Howdy, I'm your host, Big Dave, and today's review we'll be looking at The Criminal Law Today, the 6th edition, by Frank Schmager and Daniel E. Hall. Now, this being a school textbook, it really don't matter if you have the same exact edition as I do. I'm pretty sure if you're within 4, you'll have the same information. The page numbers might be a little different, but besides that, it should all be the same. Now, the front of the cover has a nice steel plate. Besides that, it's a pretty ordinary textbook. So let's take a look inside. For today's review, I'm using my Smith & Wesson blade. It's a shame this isn't a hardcover. The cut was really easy. It just took me one swipe. And I actually cut more than one page. I put a little too much effort into that. So on the first cut I got one, including the cover. So as far as actual pages go, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pages in all. Now on the first one we have a real nice blue font. I'm a fan of this page. I'm not much of a reader, so this is on par to my skills. The paper itself, it's real thin. Has almost like a shiny appearance to it, but it doesn't add strength at all. Let's see what else we have in here. So I'm going to do a little square cut, and we'll see what we get from that. What I'm hoping, maybe we'll find some nice animes in here. You know, a hentai here and there. Maybe some very educational videos might be hidden. So I got the first part opened up. Got the little square going on. And to be honest, I'm pretty disappointed. This ain't no Cracker Jack box. So far there ain't no prize in it. The text is very nice. It's a little small, hard to read. As you see, the small print, luckily I got my glasses on, but I'm farsighted, I can see up close, but without my glasses, I gotta hold it up to here, which is a pain in the ass. So you know if I'm reading, if I'm laying in bed. Does this thing go back? Oh, fuck. If I'm laying in bed, you know, I pick up a scrap, I start reading it, I gotta hold it this far away. And just flip it. That's the nice thing about getting a large textbook, is I'm able to cut the pages in whatever shape, size I want to make it easier for me to read. So I'll go more into the book. So like, if I want a full page, I got that. I mean, I know it ain't a full page, but like I said, I ain't much of a reader. I'm a big guy, so this is scary. But you know, if you're laying in bed, you can just cut off a page, look at it, read it. The print is a little small with my glasses. It's pretty easy to read without them. I could definitely see myself having trouble, especially if I was to try to like read a whole page. Makes it a little hard. So we found our first surprise in here, a nice little anime. Master Jujutsu meeting up the officer. This is probably a very landmark moment in this manga, especially since the US and Japan hasn't had the best relationships in the past, but we have mended them over times, and they are a very good friend of the US. So this manga, I mean, it's very historic. Let's see what else we have. So here's that little hentai we were talking about. You got a little woman reaching into her shirt, grabbing you know what. I mean, it seems like her chest is a little too further down than it should be, but you know, some people are into that with the girl's chest being on the abdomen. If that's your thing, you know, I highly suggest Criminal Law for Today. And like I said, it doesn't matter what edition you have. Here, I'll fix it real quick. There, this is the one you're looking for if you're into that type of stuff. Alright, let's go further. The nice thing about these dance textbooks is, like, say you don't like the story that's going on, you can easily, like, say your favorite character passed away, you just cut that bit out. And then from where you cut out, it'll be a whole new storyline. It just works out perfect, you know. Being prosecuted charged the actor as the time Minister of England Naughton traveled to London was wrong. Peelin would have succeeded but for the fact that Peel offered evidence of Queen Victoria, who did not take part in the event, rather fundamentalism believed was occupied by Edward Drummond. You see, it's already so much more better, this manga. For a manga, there's really aren't too many pictures, which is, I think, is disappointing, because like I said, I'm not much of a reader. I mean, I pretty much just flip through and look at the pictures and guess what's going on. In the hentai, I usually have it on subtitles anyway, so my roommate don't hear. He doesn't like hearing a 13-year-old cat girl screaming. But you know what they say, different strokes for different folks. Alright, here's a nice little anime. So here we have a riot going on. And it's talking about the steps the Fire Nation took to take over the ice world. So y'all zoom it in, as in me reaching out, and then I'll explain what's going on. So right here you have the Fire Nation inciting a riot. They take a route, they actually riot. It becomes disturbance of public assembly, and then straight on lynching. And then just so we can get a better picture of the lynching, and this is what I like about this manga, is they're very modern, very 2019, where you have a white guy tied with a rope and a black guy lynching him. Here's a little ad on prostitution. The title of the ad is Offense Against Public Morality. Here they have a bodacious babe soliciting herself, leaning onto a kind of shitty car. You know, this is the lifestyle you could have. You could have that $80 haircut, the $70 hair dye. You can be wearing those $120 Gucci dress. It all could be yours. Alright, let's see what else we got. I'm from America, so I gotta cut this out. I'll put this on my wall. But there's something I gotta do before I do. In my household, we do not recognize the state of South Carolina, so I'm just gonna get rid of that real fast. A proper map of the United States minus Alaska and Hawaii. There we go. And I took out the South or the North in North Carolina because there really is no North Carolina. There's only one Carolina, and that is Carolina. if you're a person like me, you watch a lot of movies, you watch a lot of TV, you've seen National Treasure, and you know there's ways to hide words using invisible ink and stuff. Now, I'm not much of a reader, but I play a lot of video games, and I know any good developer will put in some neat Easter eggs for the fans. So I'm sure an author would do the same, add in some neat little Easter eggs for his fans. So I'm going to go get myself a lighter, and we can test this out. I have some melted wax. I have some wick. So we'll just make a little candle real quick. I'm going to need like a little space to pour in here for the candle. Glad I finally found a use for this knife. Like I said, I don't do much reading, but at least doing a book review will let me use it. I mean, when I'm fishing, sometimes I bring a book with me and then I'll have my knife on me so I can cut some pages out, you know, do a little light reading. Alright, so I have my wax. I'm going to pour it in the book. So there's our candle. I'm going to light the candle so now I can test the paper to see if there's any hidden ink. We have that. See, this paper is so thin, it's just lighting so fast that I can't really test it. So I'm going to just get a whole bunch of paper in here. I'm going to get this. Light that. I'm going to put that. So we'll let that get going. We'll check that in just a minute. So now the fire is starting to burn the pages. Looks like we might have something on this one. I'm now trying to put the fire out without actually damaging the paper. This is the hardest part. You know, I had so much trouble lighting this shit, now it won't go out. So I'm just going to stir it. You know, whenever they say life gets hard, you want to take a little Pepsi, and we're just going to feed it. You know, it might be a little thirsty. There we go. Alright, so let's see what we got here. So the paper being in there, I got some wax on that, which actually made the paper a better quality. So I could probably sell this for more than what I got it for. Here, wait, let me scrape some of this off. So sadly, I mean, it was just the wax going on here. I saw the colors on there and I thought something was being revealed. It turned out it was this. Oh, it smells bad. Oh. There's no secret messages. There's no Easter eggs. Those would be more like bonus points. But it's kind of disappointing because with my green wax, it kind of looked like there was something showing off, but like ended up being nothing. So I would probably rate this 2 Carolinas. Well, this has been another episode of Review with Big Dave. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around. Hit that like, subscribe.